Hey guys, it's just a real quick update. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube here that show you how to remote start these Predator generators, but they have made changes to the wiring on these things and the frame and stuff. This is September the 1st, 2022. This thing was bought a week ago, but there are some changes. So basically, this is just a relay you get on Amazon, and the instructions and stuff are really good on that, how to do this. But where the changes are, when you go to hook this up, you run your power. I used all the same wire because that's what I had laying here. It was probably better to use different color stuff, but anyway, we'll start with the power. This white wire, it runs over here to your start switch. This is the 12 volt continuous right here. Okay, and then your ground is yellow with the green stripe, and it hooks to these ground tabs too right there. And all of this is fixing to get soldered and taped up really good. Okay, the one that starts it is the black wire with the white stripe right here. Goes to your start switch. Okay, then the black wire with the red stripe right here, this is a ground. And so what you have to do, each one of these relays are separate. So whatever you put on B, if you put power, 12 volt power to B, and you push the button, it's going to put out 12 volt power out of A. Okay, or it'll be constant power on C, and when you push the button, it'll take it away from it. But in your case, you're going to use the power to B. You press it, the wire comes out of A, you got the 12 volts. So whichever one of these buttons you want to cut it off, you got to put ground. You got to come off, and put a ground on B. So when you push it, the ground comes out of A and goes to that black wire with the red stripe. The other is exactly the same. That's your 12 volts that comes off, goes through there, comes up here to a door lock, power door lock actuator. Just run it up out of the way. I'm going to zip tie this stuff up. Just a ground right there to the body with the green, and then the blue is what your power hooks to. The frame is different here. On these new ones, I was able to just push it up behind it. It's out of the way of the spark plug and all of that, and just put 3 zip ties on it. And then you just have to bend your cable down here, and I just looped it around there so it pulls it when it needs to choke. And everything works good. So I have A that starts it, B that cuts it off, C that chokes it. And you'll see right here, when I push C, it chokes it. Okay, but right now it's hot, so you don't need to choke it. But here is A. And then B cuts it off. D is not hooked to anything. Your C is your choke. So that's it. Very simple. Probably cost $25 total. Everything's on Amazon to do it. It's just a 4-channel remote switch is all it is, and a door lock actuator. Now, if you want to get really fancy, so we're putting ours on a semi. If you want to get really fancy for about $10 more, instead of getting this relay like this, they got one that's Wi-Fi enabled, and the truck has Wi-Fi in it that's on all the time. So I could park the truck at the yard if I had went with that, and you use an app on your phone, instead of the remotes. And you can start it from anywhere, you know, but I decided just to go simple. I mean, it would be an advantage to be able to start the truck and have the air conditioning running, you know, start the generator, I mean, and have the air conditioning running when you were going to get in the truck when you'd been on home time or whatever. But I don't know, I just decided to do it this way. It's just a little simpler. It doesn't take long to cool the truck down, but that's about it. Just wanted to let y'all know that there is changes to the wiring. What people in the past have said where to put the wires, not correct on these newest ones, which, like I said, September 1st, 2022. So once again, on your switch, your start switch right there, the black one with the white stripe is where you put the power to it to start it. The white one that is on the same switch, okay, let's go right here, that is 12 volt positive power. You hook the power there that feeds everything, that feeds the switch. Black with the red stripe is a ground. You have to ground this wire to cut the generator off, okay? So you run your ground wire to the relay, and then you put your ground into the relay so it puts ground out instead of power. The rest of them have power to the relay, so it puts 12 volts power out when you push the button. And you got to remember to take that jumper right here. There's a jumper right there by that button. You got to take that off, so when you push the button, it only puts power or ground to it depending on which button you push, until you take your finger off the button. And then you have, like I say, the yellow with the green. That is just a chassis ground. It goes straight right here to the ground on the body of it. And that's all there is to it. I hope this helped. Thank you.